guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be talking about Charlotte Tilbury's newest releases along with Tom Ford's newest releases. So I'm super excited today because I think, luxury makeup is always really fun to play with. And so I always like to test out if the price is worth the product. You know what I mean? So, okay, let's go ahead and get started. And the first product I'm going to try is Charlotte Tilbury's brand new brow pencil. So she came out with an entire collection of brow products. So there's brow gel, brow pencils. I don't think she has a brow pen, but I wanted to pick up the Brow Lift brow pencil because this is also a refillable brow pencil. So I talk about my Tom Ford brow sculptor all the time because it is refillable, and that's the reason why I love it so much, because I just think price point wise it's really worth it, and then also the product works really well. So Charlotte Tilbury came out with something similar. On one end there's the spoolie, and on the other side there is the eyebrow pencil. So I picked it up in the color Natural Brown because I kind of figured with my hair being so blonde right now, it didn't really make sense to go super dark. Let's get to applying and see how this works. It's not bad. Okay, so right off the bat, I really like the color that I chose. I feel like it's very a kind of a taupey brown. I would definitely say I like how my brows look. I would say that this is a little bit more difficult to wield, I guess. Mostly because it has a triangle shape to it. I don't know if you can see that in the camera at all. We'll try to zoom in. There we go. What I did was, as I was filling it in, I would use the entire pencil, and then when I wanted those really precise hair-like strokes, or if I had tried to attempt to get those, I would flip it over and then use this pointy part to kind of really get those, the hair-like strokes. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the next product here. This is Charlotte Tilbury's brand new Instant Look of Love in a palette. I really enjoy Charlotte Tilbury's Instant Look in a palettes just because I'm going to show you all of the other ones that I have. I actually have two of them, and you can tell that these have been super well loved. These are products that I bring with me a lot of the time when I travel, because then I don't need to bring eyeshadows and bronzers and etc. I kind of just have everything all in one palette. So this is how the palette looks. Super beautiful. I have yet to swatch it. I did swatch, wrong way. I did swatch the bronzer just a tiny bit because I have a feeling that that is not going to show up on my face. Yeah, I don't think so. The one thing that I want to talk about though that I really like about this palette is that she has changed the format, which is what actually drew me to it in the first place. So it used to be that this bright panel here, this would be the highlight shade, and then she would give you two blushes and a bronzer. In this one, in the newer edition, she changed it so it's actually bronzer, highlight, blush, and then a face powder, which is really nice. So I actually think this makes way more sense. It never made sense to me that the highlight was the same size as the bronzer, because generally speaking, when you use highlight, you don't use as much of it. So product wise, this makes way more sense to me. So way to go, Charlotte Tilbury. I'm gonna go ahead and use these top three eyeshadows, and we will be right back. Wow, that's very brightening. A little bit chunky though. I think it's a little bit too light for me. Okay, so we finished up with our eyeshadow, and I have to be totally honest, this is brightening AF on my skin. So I think what I might do though is for the rest of the week, so I'm going to do this the same way that when I test out products, right? I always do my first wear test with you guys, or I apply it first on the camera, and then on Friday I will film my final thoughts and just give you I'll use the products throughout the entire week and kind of just tell you what I think about it. In terms of the eyeshadow, I would say I think it would fit better for me if I had actually used this as my all over shade, and then this just to smoke it out, and then this just as like a nice like a glitter topper, because yeah, it just looks quite bright, which it doesn't look bad, and it was actually really easy to blend everything out. I think I'm not really used to it. So okay, we're gonna put this aside and just finish up our eyes. We're going to use Tom Ford's brand new cream and powder eye color from his Soleil collection. So this is a collection that comes out every year. I think he usually has one during like the summer and then one during the winter. I am obviously a huge fan of the Tom Ford cream eyeshadows. I have several of these in different colors. This one is in gold and peach, which is my favorite. But the new one that he came out with in this really nice gold packaging that I have now placed my fingerprints all over. This one is in the color Black Sand, and I have to be honest, when I saw this, I was like, black cream eyeshadow? I don't know, I don't know about this, but it's really gorgeous. It has, and I don't know if you can see this, but it has a little bit of gold reflex in it, which just makes it really original. And formula-wise, because I've already swatched this as well, it's actually quite similar to the formula of all of his other cream eyeshadows. And then the powder that comes with it is this beautiful gold color. So pretty. And I think just if you're thinking about something where like you do a, you know, even if it's just black all over your lid with that gold on top, I think would be really pretty. Now, normally you wouldn't think of like heavy black, I guess it's not really necessarily heavy, but you wouldn't necessarily think of like black cream eyeshadows in summer, but Tom Ford always does like the craziest, most innovative things because he's a creative genius. And you're probably wondering how I'm going to incorporate this into my super bright look today. I am actually going to just use this as my liner to help define my eye. When I come back and update you guys on Friday on what I thought about everything here, I will try to do an eye look with this product so you can really see it in action. So we are done with concealer, and I now have two other Charlotte Tilbury products to try. So this is the, what is it called? The Tinted Love Lip and Cheek Tint, and I have it in two different colors. I bought it in Petal Pink and Santa Euphoria. Let's go ahead and swatch these on the back. Ooh. So it looks like the applicator is like this triangle shape. Looks very pyramid-y, but then it also comes out into like a flat shape. Or it has a flat side of it, which I imagine for when you're applying it on your lips would make it really easy. So let's go ahead and swatch this one. This one is Petal Pink. Really pretty. It just has like a slight, all right. And then it blends out. It looks very sheer. So I'm curious to see how this is going to look on my cheeks. But we're gonna try it, man. We're gonna see how this looks. Okay. And then this one is Santa Euphoria on this side. So definitely one that's a little bit more pink. The other one's quite a bit more nude. I'll do the right thing and choose the not nude option because I always choose the nude option. Step out of my comfort zone here. It feels very interesting. It feels like it's like almost like cooling on my face. That's really interesting. I feel like it's given me a really pretty like flush though. We're gonna see if we can kind of just build it up a little bit more. I feel like my hair clips have been on this entire time. They welcome you to this video too. Alright, this is really nice actually. If you are someone who doesn't like blushes and you just want a soft, subtle color, this is really nice. I feel like it's giving me a very like dewy look. Let's dive back into this palette now, and let's go ahead and use the face powders to see if I can lightly bring back some of my complexion tones. The first thing I am going to do is I'm going to set down my concealer, and I'm going to go ahead and use this face powder here. Charlotte Tilbury's airbrushed powders are really amazing, so I hope that this is a similar formula in here, but I will do a little bit of a comparison to the actual airbrush powders and let you guys know over this week if it is. All right, let's try this bronzer, and I'm going to be using the Lupe set from Laruce. This is now at Nordstrom, so if you are watching this and you want to buy a really, really nice set of complexion brushes, I would definitely recommend. I am going to go in with the LR342 Contour Blending Brush, and I'm going to grab this bronzer shade. You can see it's really picked up really quite quickly. And we'll go ahead and apply. Oh, yay! Actually, you can see that bronzer shade. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Okay, we are lightly bronzed. I feel like I really got in there, mostly just because I really enjoy a good bronzer look. So I'm going to use the LR308 highlighter brush going into the face highlight. And I like to apply highlight first before blush, just because I feel like once you apply the blush, it really kind of brings everything together. And of course, as per usual, Charlotte Tilbury is killing it with this highlight. That is an intense highlight. I love it. And I definitely think too, even like now that my complexion products are on, I feel like my eyes aren't as like bright and like, so I like it. Okay, we'll go ahead and take this Cheek Pop color, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this because I do really like the tint that I lay down, but I just want a little bit more. So I'm just going to lightly kind of tap this over. Ooh, this is a pigmented blush. I really like this. I feel like I look so, like it just looks so nice and glowy and refreshed and clean. Not clean, just like healthy, you know? Okay.
Natural. Natural,
thank you. Okay, so yeah, so that was the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look of Love in a palette in the color Pretty Blushed Beauty. Okay, so we have finished mascara now, and I finally took my hair clips out of my video because they've been on since like the intro. Anyway, the next product we're going to talk about is Tom Ford Soleil's Sunlust Lip, and this came out in his summer collection as well. I will definitely say when I first looked at this, I was like, I don't want to just slap gold all over my lips. Like, I feel like that's not a great look, really. It's a little bit like jaundicey. Anyway, but my really great friend Francisco showed this to me, and he actually did tell me that it turns into like this peachy pink color, which I was like, I can get way more on board with something like that. So we're going to swatch it on the back of my hand. And okay, so it's looking pretty gold right now. You can see it right here. And we'll see if it, oh, wait. Is it changing? It is changing. You can see some of it is like already starting to turn like peachy pink. Okay, let's try this on our lips. I'm not going to even use a lip liner. I have nothing on right now except for just a little bit of lip balm. It makes me really nervous because it really does look like it's just like gold. Straight up gold. Let's check the swatch on my hand. Swatch on my hand still looks pretty gold, I would say. But I would say that your skin is also going to be different than your lips. So let's check the lips now. Well, that's just beautiful. It's so like glossy and nice, and I don't feel like that gold is really there. You can still see a little bit of it kind of when you start to turn this way and go back and forth, but not in a way that's like gold, you know? It's like just like a nice little like tint of it. So I really like this. Not sticky. It is definitely somewhat shimmery, but it's not like that, like the heavy kind of a shimmer where it's like just straight up glitter on your lips. So this is really nice. I really like this. So yeah. All right. Well, I think this pretty much concludes this part. I will see you guys on Friday with my final thoughts. So see you later. Have a good rest of your day. Hey guys, welcome back. It is Friday and I decided to bring back the early 2000s, what with my super dark eye and my bangs and my Luke's Gilmore Girls shirt. So we're just really celebrating the old times. Got real nostalgic for a second. But let's go ahead and recap all of these products that I have been testing all week long. And we will start with the big one, the Tom Ford Cream Eyeshadow in Black Sand. I'm not sure that I would wear this all the time in the summer because I just think that like it's a little edgy, but I love how the product wears. This eye look was so easy to do. Literally took me maybe like a minute or less to do, and so I just find it very, very impressive. I did add the gold powder on top, just on the center of my lid to give it a little bit of brightness, and I have to say, it's an interesting color. I actually think it's really cool. I really, really like what he did. Now let's talk about also the lip gloss that he came out with in this Soleil collection. I'm wearing it right now. It is definitely a formula that I really, really like. It really has turned a very, very gorgeous pink color, and you can even kind of see it in the packaging, especially on the applicator, that it does turn that beautiful light pink peachy color that is just, it's so nice, and the formula is great. It doesn't feel heavy on your lips, but I feel like it lasts for a decent amount of time. So way to go, Tom Ford, on your Soleil collection for the summer. And let's talk about Charlotte Tilbury's releases. So eyebrow pencil, really great. I actually found that it was a tiny bit softer than the Tom Ford sculptor pencil that I'm used to using, but in not like a bad way. Like, it was easy to apply. The only thing I would say is still that like the shape took a little bit of time for me to get used to using, because it does have that thin point on top and then it has like a little bit of a thicker bottom. But once I figured it out, I feel like I didn't have any issues with this, and so this might actually be an eyebrow pencil that I continue to repurchase, again with the replaceable top. So in terms of the Instant Look of Love in a palette, in terms of the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look of Love in a palette in the color Pretty Blushed Beauty, I really enjoyed this I enjoyed using this throughout the week. I did use this color as my eyeshadow base, with the smoke color as kind of like just the crease and kind of darkening everything a little bit, and then use this glitter as more of a topper shade, and I really, really enjoyed it that way. The complexion products though, I think these are the big winners in this palette. So I did compare the face powder to her Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Powders, and I definitely think it is the same formula. So in terms of traveling, I think this is really, really nice. Bronzer ended up working out really, really well for me. That highlight is still insane. I'm wearing it right now on my face, and I just think this is really, really pretty. If you're looking for something that's super glowy to bring on vacation, I could not recommend this more. These two products, I would say, these are extraneous, and I don't think that you need to go out and purchase these. These are the Tinted Love lip and cheek tints. I just think that they're like okay, but for the price point, and they perform just fine, right? They look really beautiful on your skin. They give you a really, really nice cooling effect, and I think it kind of helps plump your skin. But for a price point, I just think, I don't know, you could get something like this from Ciate, which is really similar. This is their Dewy Blush Glossy Cheek Tints, and I just think, price point wise, I would probably go with the Ciate. The very last product that I want to talk about are these brushes from Laruce. This is the Lupe set. Normally I don't like showing you guys brushes that have been used throughout the week, but I didn't have time to clean these because I just finished work and I wanted to get on here and make sure I filmed my recap. But these are fantastic. If you shop at Nordstrom regularly, definitely go and check out this set. It works really, really well. They're so soft, so easy to apply that highlight and just quickly, you know, get whatever powder product it is on your face, blends it out nicely. Couldn't recommend these more. That concludes this video. I hope this was helpful. If you guys enjoyed watching, please feel free to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you in our next video. Thanks again for watching. Bye! I am tempted to now buy the darker color. Do I need another one? No. I might.